Picture this scenario, because I guarantee it has happened to you. It is 5:30 p.m. on a Friday. You have just finished the 45-hour work week. You're physically present in your car, but your brain is completely fried. You're driving home, and the idea of cooking a meal seems about as appealing as climbing Mount Everest. So you pull up the delivery app. You order Thai food or pizza that cost you $45 with the tip and fees. Then you get home, you crack open a beer, and you sink into the couch to binge a show you don't even really like just to turn your brain off. You tell yourself, I earned this. I worked hard all week. But what if I told you that mathematically you didn't just spend $45? What if I told you that the pizza, the gas, the nice shirt, and the stress are all hidden taxes that are reducing your salary by nearly 70%? My name is Bobby, and I obsess over the invisible equations that keep us running on hamster wheels that are moving slightly faster than we can run. If you wonder where your paycheck goes, or if your savings account is flat despite working harder than ever, hit subscribe. Today, we aren't talking about investing. We're talking about an accounting fraud you're unknowingly committing against yourself. We are going to calculate your real hourly wage. Once you see this number, you will never look at a price tag the same way again. Here's the lie. We are told our value is our annual salary. If you make $65,000 a year, that is roughly $31 an hour. Sounds decent. But if a bakery sells $1 million of bread but spends $1 million on flour, that bakery is worth zero. Yet we ignore our own cost of goods sold. Let's perform a brutal audit of a hypothetical worker named James. James makes that respectable $31 an hour. But before that money hits his account, the government takes its cut. Federal, state, FICA, that $31 is instantly shaved down to about $24. Now subtract work-related costs. First, the commute. Gas, maintenance, insurance, just to get to the building where he makes the money. If he drives or takes the train, let's conservatively say this cost him $4,000 a year. That is wear and tear on a vehicle he only owns to get to work. Then the cost of appearance. Business clothes, dry cleaning. James can't go to the office in pajamas. That is an expense. Then the convenience tax. Buying lunch because he didn't meal prep, the $5 coffee to survive the 2 p.m. meeting, the dog walker. And the darkest category, decompression spending, the Friday night bar tab, the retail therapy, money spent to numb the pain of the job. When you add taxes, cars, clothes, lunches, and numbness, James isn't taking home $65,000. His net real income might be closer to $35,000. But we're only halfway through. Wage is money divided by time. And just like we overestimate money, we drastically underestimate time. HR says 40 hours, but James wakes up at 6:30 to shower and iron. That is labor for the employer. He drives 30 minutes to work, unpaid labor. He takes an hour for lunch, held captive by the office. He drives home, then spends 30 minutes decompressing, venting about his boss. All of this is shadow work. If you add up the grooming, commuting, and worrying, James isn't working 40 hours. He's dedicating 60 hours a week to his employment. So let's do the real math. We take that whittled down net income of $35,000 and divide it by the inflated true hours of nearly 3,000 hours a year. That $31 an hour evaporates. Suddenly, James is making $11 an hour, or $8. In some high-stress scenarios, he's making less than the teenager flipping burgers because the teen walks to work and leaves his stress at the fry station. This is the work scam. You are a product in a high-churn business, and you are selling yourself at a loss. The reason we do this math isn't to make you depressed, it is to make you angry and efficiently. Once you know your real wage, consumerism changes. Say your real wage is $10. You see shoes for $100. Your brain translates that. That isn't $100. That is 10 hours of sitting in traffic and dealing with passive-aggressive emails. Is it worth it? This math exposes the trap of the golden handcuffs. We take promotions that offer more money but come with exponentially higher costs. You get a raise, but now you work late, order takeout, buy nicer suits, your stress skyrockets. You might find your real hourly wage goes down after a promotion. You process more money but keep less of it. There's also a terrifying opportunity cost. When you spend money on convenience, you're robbing your future self of compound interest. That $5 coffee invested over 30 years is nearly $200,000. You aren't just drinking coffee, you are drinking your retirement. The system relies on you being too exhausted to do this math. They want you trapped in the cycle of needing the job to pay for the things you bought to tolerate the job. So what is the solution? Not quitting tomorrow, but ruthlessly optimizing your real hourly wage. Efficiency becomes the new metric for success. Can you negotiate working from home? Work from home 2 days a week saves commute time and gas money. You just gave yourself a massive raise without the company paying a dime more. Can you start meal prepping? That lowers your cost of goods sold. Every dollar of work expense you cut is a dollar of pure freedom. The biggest shift is psychological. Treat your labor like a business. A smart business owner increases margin, not just revenue. If you make $100K but spend $95K and 80 hours to generate it, you are a failing business. You're Enron. But if you make $50K, spend $20K, and work 30 hours, you are a highly profitable enterprise. You're winning. I want you to sit down this Sunday and run the numbers. Calculate commute, taxes, and decompression spending. Divide net pay by total hours. Write that number on a sticky note and put it on your credit card. My real wage is $8.50. The next time you go to buy something stupid, look at that number. Ask yourself, am I willing to trade 4 hours of my life for this plastic junk? That friction will save you more money than any budget app. Time is the ultimate currency. The rich are buying time. The poor are selling it at a discount. Don't sell your time at a discount. Audit your life. Cut the vampire costs associated with your job. Start building a gap between your income and your expenses, because that gap is where your freedom lives. If this video made you rethink your paycheck, share it with a coworker who looks tired. We are all in this same trap, but we can math our way out of it together. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more. Take control of your time. Your freedom is waiting. Remember, it's your money or your life. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.